Well, Manchester United have marched on into the semi-finals of the FA Cup. We're going to talk about their chances there, I suppose, and whether or not an FA Cup title might give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer some more longevity at the club. Shaka Hislop is with me along with Mark Ogden. Augie, since you're the king of Manchester, let's go to you straight first. Man United up against Chelsea. That is indeed a juicy clash. We've been talking so much about how Frank Lampard's men look really in tip-top shape. United have been looking sharp too until they met up against Norwich, which I couldn't believe had to go to extra time. So what are you feeling for this clash?
Yeah, it's a really tough one to call, and I guess it depends on which team's in form at the time, because United's record against Chelsea this season is, I think they've won every game against Chelsea, which is unusual for United in Chelsea games. So the semi-final, you think United have the form, but it all depends on the day. Christian Pulisic is in great form for Chelsea. Marcus Rashford's playing well for United. It's a great tie. It's too close to call. I do think that United have got the edge on this one simply because they know how to beat Chelsea this season. So I'd say United shade it. Whether winning the FA Cup, getting past City or Arsenal in the final be enough for Solskjaer, I think it probably would be, but it's a bit early to say, because I think Champions League is all about United getting back into it. It's the top four for me.
Shaka, what do you think? How deep do you think United can go? Can they get past Chelsea and go to the final?
I think they can, especially what you've seen of United over recent weeks. We've spoken about their front four and how much better Pogba looks alongside Bruno Fernandes. Rashford and Martial keep playing as they have. Certainly, United are a good enough team to beat Chelsea, and as they have done pretty much all this season. Especially given the run into the back end of the league season, and we're talking about the top four finish and how maybe this FA Cup game can affect mentalities around that. I think there's a lot at stake here, and as you rightly point out, Alexis, there's a bigger picture around Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with this as well. Listen, if you would ask me 2 or 3 months ago whether Solskjaer would be manager of Manchester United next season, the answer would be no. And especially once Pochettino continues to be still out there. And I know there's a long way to go before that, but he is. And but if United win this FA Cup, not just get through against Chelsea, but win the FA Cup, and then go on and finish in top four, even I'm finding it tough to make an excuse to let them go.
Okay, then let me definitely turn to you on that one, because Shaka is very right. I mean, the way things are going for United, especially after last season, probably the troubles that we saw, at the start of this season as well, we weren't giving Ole much time left at United, considering the Mauricio Pochettino cloud was hovering over them. So even if they don't get the FA Cup title, but a run, say, to the final, and the improvements on the pitch and of the squad that we've seen, is that it will constitute for a quote-unquote successful season?
I think, Shaka's right. When United lost at home to Burnley in January, it looked like it was curtains for Ole. They were really struggling at the time. And then, Bruno Fernandes came in and he's transformed the way they played, the way they've had success on the pitch. And I think United now look like a team and they club on the up again. So you have to give Solskjaer credit for that feel-good factor that is now at United. But, in the cold light of day, Man United are a club that are judged on results and success. And I do think it'd be difficult for the club that after this season, because of what's happened with coronavirus and the shutdown, they were making good progress, and to judge any club after this season is tough. But for me, if United aren't in the Champions League next season, it's a real kind of negative, because they have to be in the Champions League. All that progress they've made so far could be halted, because they're going to want to sign players in the summer that want to play in the Champions League. Will Jadon Sancho want to go to Man United if they're not in the Champions League? It's debatable. But then, if he wins the FA Cup or the Europa League, it will be United's first trophy since 2017, and United need to be winning trophies. 3 years without a trophy is a long time for a club of Man United's stature. So it's difficult to kind of say what will quantify success. A trophy is obviously success for Man United, but if they win the Europa League, they get back in the Champions League anyway. But if they win the FA Cup and finish 6 and outside the top 5 or top 4 even, it's difficult to say it's a successful season, because they broke the world record for a defender last summer on Harry Maguire. They've spent money on Bruno Fernandes. It's not like they've stood still this season, United. They have spent money. If they finish outside the Champions League places, it's hard to say it's a success no matter what they win.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.